Hey eBay sellers, it's Suzanne A. Wells and welcome to video number 122. Today is July 12th, 2016, and we're going to be talking about Michael Simon sweaters in this video. So if you have not heard of Michael Simon, here's the site. I wanted to show you that landing page there. It's kind of cool. Um, So let's talk about who he is and how he got into the sweater business and the clothing business. So let me read you his bio real quick. The year is 1977, and Michael Simon is a struggling ballet dancer living in a studio in the East Village of New York City. To make ends meet, Michael takes a job working a hand loom knitting machine to produce leggings for his fellow ballet dancers. And being a teenager in the 80s, we called them leg warmers, and anybody in that age group is going to laugh when they think of these, but they're actually coming back, so that's kind of funny. Pretty soon, he buys his own hand loom machine and decides to branch out and make sweaters. However, the only yarn he can buy is old stock from the 1950s, which are all bright neon colors. The actual designs are limited by the capacity of the hand loom machine in his studio, which restricts him to straight lines, so the sweater is a loose fitting classic cowl neck, one size fits all. Michael Simon, the entrepreneur, now ventures out on his first sales trip with bright neon colored sweaters. The sales plan was simple. Day one, walk east and sell to the first boutique found. Day two, walk west, same plan. Day three, walk north, and so on. The results were phenomenal. The buyers loved his bright neon sweaters with the clean lines and loose fit. Soon, everyone from Henri Bendel to another name I can't pronounce, and the trendy boutiques in New York City were buying Michael's sweaters. The hand loom knitting machine in the East Village studio was literally bursting at the seam. Amazing what a 24-year-old with energy to burn and a hand loom machine and a dream can accomplish. So here's another entrepreneur that made it happen because he was creative and had the drive to do it. As growth continued, Michael hired a band of knitters and sewers and moved to a leased space in the garment district. The rest is history. Michael went on to become a celebrated CFDA member, winning numerous awards. He enlisted artisans as well as designers and made his mark by always incorporating fun and art into fashion. Michael's designs have graced the covers of Women's Wear Daily and been featured in almost every fashion magazine, including Vogue, Elle, InStyle, and Glamour. It just goes to show that Superman and Batman were not the only men in tights to make it big in Gotham City. So, great story about a great entrepreneur. And let's go and look at what his sweaters are all about on eBay. So, this is a search for Michael Simon sweaters in pre-owned condition because that's most likely what you're going to find out there in the world if you're looking at thrift stores and estate sales and garage sales. These are sorted in the order of highest first, and now these are pre-owned, so we've got asking prices of almost $400 on some of these. And I'm just showing you first the actives because we've got 902 listings. So again, this is a niche brand. This is not Ralph Lauren or Chico's or the mall brands that there's going to be tens of thousands of them. This is a very niche brand that does not have a lot of competition. So if we go and look at the sold items, we can see they're selling for 165, keeping in mind that it is July, so maybe the holiday sweaters sales have not pumped up yet, obviously, but the Christmas ones do sell for a lot. There's also a Disney line of Michael Simon, and I have seen those selling for over $300 in used condition. So this is probably not the best time of year to look at the data on these sweaters, but this just shows you what is possible, and you can get a feel for what they look like. So, for example, this one just almost reminds you of the Coogi sweaters or Coogie, however you say it. Really bright crazy patterns and very easy to spot when you're out looking through the racks and racks of clothes at thrift stores. That's why I'm showing you these brands that stand out, that are visually different, because you can spot them easily. These are also along the lines of the design options sweaters, which I have a video on that I'll show you in just a minute. But you can see how crazy they look. Also, Storybook Knits is another one that is like this, and they all sell for pretty high prices. But the Michael Simon is like the cream of the crop on these embellished holiday themed sweaters. And a lot of them are holiday themed, food themed, animal themed, and that's why people like them, is because they're special and they're different. I've got one for sale right now that is it's coffee themed with coffee cups and um, creamers and stuff like that. That is a cool coffee shop theme. So that's what these look like. So you might also want to check out my video under the playlist Selling Women's Clothing on eBay that talks about the design option sweaters, because they are along the same lines of, they're very different, they're very unique, bright colors, themed for holidays, that type of thing. So I'll put a link to that also. And if you're still wanting to learn more about labels, go to my Pinterest board. My Pinterest is under Suzanne A. Wells. I'll put a link to that in the description area. But I'm building these boards for you guys to help you learn the labels. So, like the women's clothing board now has 89 pins on it. And so it's all these brands that you can learn what the labels look like, so that when you're out in thrift stores, you'll have an idea of some of these. If you remember things visually, you can start remembering what these look like. And I would just say, either make your own board, spend some time on this, a few times a week, just scrolling through it, bring it up on your mobile phone, and just start to learn what these things look like. Because really, stopping in a thrift store and having to look up every single thing you come across is pretty labor intensive. And if you can start learning things from memory, or a visual cue of, like the Ralph Lauren purple label, it's obviously purple. Now, there are some other purple labels out there. There's a Miley Cyrus brand that gets me every time. I think I found a Ralph Lauren, but it's not. It's Miley Cyrus, and it's the script is almost exactly the same, and that one gets me every time. But you can learn these by just studying them, and hopefully these Pinterest boards will help you with that. Also, I've got a board. I sold this on eBay, where I post my personal sales and how much I paid for things and where I got them. And so you're going to see a lot of things on there that, as I'm selling things out in real life and doing this alongside with you, you can see things that I'm selling too. So I just I started doing that for some of my friends that were asking, well, what do you sell? And so I made this Pinterest board to show them what you can sell, what's out there. So that's just today's lesson on the Michael Simon sweaters. So happy hunting. Hope you find some, and have a great day on eBay. Bye.